Everyone. Today we have Lizette presenting from Essilor on Varilux Digital Lenses. She is a Senior Marketing Manager with Varilux. This session is going to be recorded starting now, so I'll put everyone on mute just as a courtesy. We'll do a short question and answer session after the presentation, so if you can just hold your questions until then, that would be appreciated. Go ahead.
Okay. Good afternoon, everyone. We're going to, as the topic is self-explanatory, let's just get this expanded here.
Do we have
control
over here?
Yep, you should.
Okay, just a moment. Let's get the slide pulled up and we'll begin.
Yep. So it should show your screen here.
There we go.
Okay, there you go.
Okay, so the topic du jour today is Varilux Digital Lenses. I think it's no surprise to anyone that the digital lens is one of the fastest growing segments in progressive lenses. And this presentation is going to cover progressive lenses, particularly the Varilux brand. In the Varilux portfolio, technical glitch here. In the Varilux portfolio, digital marketplace, why Varilux Digital? Why would you want to purchase a Varilux Digital? What value does it bring to you? The importance of design within the Varilux portfolio, and what we call a two-tier digital offer. And then, obviously, what is the benefit to your ECPs? And more importantly, what's the deliverable patient benefit? So in the digital marketplace, we're seeing that they are becoming very popular in all segments of the market, whether you're an independent, OD, MD, or whether you're a big box retailer or managed care. The move is definitely shifting over to digital. So with that in mind, we thought we'd provide this overview and help you understand how we differentiate Varilux, and not only Varilux, but our new two-tier portfolio that I guess we launched the end of last year. So some of you may have received our new Varilux messaging about digital, and basically the tagline is superior vision, whatever the distance, whatever the situation. We're finding that there's a population of very, very active presbyopes out there, and we have presbyopes beginning not at the age 50 as we used to think, but we even have presbyopes in the 35 to 40 age range, then all the way through to senior presbyopes. So we think it's really important that we meet not only every patient need as far as where they are in their age, but also we know there's associated needs with that. You know, not everyone's a presbyope, over 50, retired. So we know now that we have to meet the needs of all patients, and they vary greatly with today's demand for patients' vision. So Varilux digital lenses provide a state-of-the-art technology. Part of that technology are two terms that we call Varilux dual optics, and that's your basic semi-finished PAL with the digital surface, and then our Varilux DRX, which is our fastest growing platform. It's experiencing phenomenal growth and acceptance because of the design and the accuracy of the digital design. So the two platforms provide now a two-tier choice for you to be able to offer ECPs. We have live optics that really drives the design. Our R&D process, we use real wearers. We use actual patients. We don't launch anything without the live optics process, and I'm going to just touch on that for a moment in this presentation. Then again, everything's clinically proven. You know, in marketing, we tend to make a lot of claims, and it's only fair that we back those claims up to you. I think it's very important that you know what's behind the claims we make. Why are Varilux designs superior to the competition, whether it's a comfort design or a physio design? Next point is, even if you have a great design, if it's not delivered accurately, whether it's to the back of the lens like with DRX or whether it's delivered on a semi-finished PAL blank, if it's not delivered accurately, the patient's not going to be able to see or see accurately. So if you have great design, it's poorly delivered, it's not going to work. So that's why we talk about the digital process surface control. I mean, it sounds like a lot of marketing blah blah, but we just call it DPSC. And basically that's for the laboratories. And we essentially ask the lab calibrate their digital surfacing equipment every day, and they send test lenses in. And then the other thing about our digital offerings, besides having the 2 tiers, the design, the superior capability in R&D, and the digital surface process control, is we have the largest lens material availability. So I touched on live optics. I'm not, this is self-explanatory. I'm not going to get into great detail. But the patient is at the heart of Varilux R&D and at the heart of Essilor R&D. So we actually take, just to kind of explain the slide in a second or two, we actually take human vision. And what we mean by that is we actually have studied the physiology of the eye, and we take that knowledge and reproduce it in a virtual reality room, or we have patients actually wear back sacks with something called a boheme, and it actually tracks the patient's eye movements and how their eyes change physiologically as they're focusing on different objects. So it's like a virtual reality. And we can do that in a controlled environment in a room, or while the patient's just actively going about their daily activities. We then take all that data that we gather, and we're able to transfer the demands of the patient's vision into basically calculations. We make a prototype lens, and then we make the patients wear them again. And we use double-blind methods, meaning they don't know whether they're wearing the lenses they're used to wearing or whether they're wearing the new lens. We just ask them to give us their feedback. And then if it meets all the criteria of our quality control, then we launch the lens. If it doesn't, we start this process back over again. As far as the digital surfacing precision that I touched on, it's a complete quality assurance program, which I know is important to you in your lab, and that's what I mentioned about we test and calibrate lenses daily. And we want to make sure, because no matter what great designs we have, it's not going to happen unless it's delivered precisely. Some of the newest data we have now shows that for you as a laboratory, it's great because you have 37% less breakage with our Varilux DRX lenses. We've been tracking data for the last 9 months, and we have found that when you combine the reduced stats and the breakage stats, we have a 37% improvement with Varilux DRX lenses. So that makes the lab happy, as you all know, because you don't have breakage, and it makes the ECPs happy because he doesn't have redo. So when I refer to the 2-tier digital offer, what I mean is I always call it 2, 2, and 2. So let me explain. There's 2 digital formats. That's the dual optics, meaning the semi-finished PAL. So it's 2 sides that can be worked on with the design. So we can play with the design and tweak it and customize and personalize that design. And then we've got Varilux DRX, which is one side. And again, we can tweak and personalize that design. What that honestly gives you is 2 price points. So dual optics is a little higher in price, DRX a little less. But the advantage to you now is, the doctor can put all of their patients in digital and be able to meet the patient's needs as far as price points. So instead of always just having a premium offer, you now have another tier with still a premium design. And then those designs that we offer in either tier, whether it's dual optics or DRX, is the physio design, which you're well aware of, and patients know and trust, ECPs know and trust, and then also the comfort design. So really there's a digital solution for every patient. And I'm just going to go through this quickly. You've many times seen this in our literature, but basically we have a message that you'll be hearing quite a bit, is that you should upgrade from traditional to DRX. You have increased precision with DRX versus the traditional format. The design determines the ultimate performance of the PAL, but delivering the design, as I mentioned, precisely ensures the patient's going to get the fullest benefit. And just as an easy analogy here, we show the traditional PAL, and then we show at the 33.5 RPM. Some of you may not even know what one looks like. But then we show also like the Bose sound system where you've got a CD, high definition. And that's what you get as an analogy with DRX over traditional lenses. So just to look at the formats and how we lay out the portfolio, many of you are very aware of Varilux. Many of you may be new to Varilux, so this is just a quick overview slide. Varilux has the traditional PALs, both in physio and in comfort, and they have a narrow or short version as well for the smaller frames. But our message now is upgrade. You know, the technology is going towards digital lenses. We're able to deliver realizable patient benefits with DRX or with dual optics. So here you see the DRX portfolio offering. Again, same designs you know and trust, offered in regular and short corridor. And then we have our top tier, which you all know as dual optics. And the way that we differentiate that is we call it Varilux Physio Enhanced or Varilux Comfort Enhanced. So just a quick review, and we'll take questions over anything that we're discussing at the end. Again, I think what's really a key takeaway from this presentation is it's the design that really drives the ultimate performance of a Varilux PAL, and that the designs, when delivered precisely, are going to give the best performance and the best realizable benefits. Especially with the DRX lens designs, you're going to have a great deal of design flexibility over the traditional lenses. You have much more precision. And along with the precision, we can tightly control the delivery of that design. Some of the proven benefits that we have is the precisely positioned ad. We can actually, instead of just doing a default range for placing the ad on the lens, we can actually precisely place that ad by the frame, by the patient's RX, so that they really have more accurate transition from their reading to their intermediate or from distance back to reading. This is proven through 2 clinical studies. I've got some information I'll share with you later in the presentation. And all of our designs, whether physio or comfort, in DRX or dual optics, have been proven to be superior to the competition. Just a basic on some of the fundamentals of design, because I keep talking about design, so what makes it up? Well, of course, you've got natural reading posture, and all we mean by that is when the patient is in the chair, when the patient is being fitted by the dispenser, we always stress that it's important that the patient be sitting in their natural posture. They don't need to sit with their back rod straight if that's not how they normally sit, because one of the key points about the comfort design is it's built for your natural vision. The design is built all around the patient's natural eye movement, their natural body position, their natural head movement. So we have natural reading posture, proper mirror placement, which I've just discussed, binocularity. If we can't align the design to the way the eyes move, they're not going to be able to focus. And then with the physio design, of course, we have wave technology. And with the wave technology for Physio DRX, basically what it delivers is the sharpest vision at every distance, whether you're near, far, or in between. And then this is just a review. Sometimes we're asked, is there variable inset? Yes. The binocular vision helps balance the peripheries. And then obviously with the natural reading posture, you have very efficient progression, which I spoke about. I guess I got a little bit ahead of myself here. And then it talks about wave technology and how the physio designs can really provide that sharp focus and that great contrast. So kind of wrapping up on formats, the digital format gives designers back in R&D the flexibility to design the calculations for every patient's RX. So every Varilux DRX line is designed to precisely position the near for the optimal position of the patient's individual RX, as we talked about. A couple little facts that we like to cover is Varilux is the most prescribed PAL in the world. That's mainly been comfort. The only lens proven to improve contrast sensitivity by over 30% over other PALs is Physio. That in a double-blind test of 81 wearers, not one preferred competitor H to our lens for intermediate or near vision. Again, that was the Physio design. In a double-blind clinical study, wearers confirmed that they prefer the distance vision of our lenses to that of competitors V with Varilux Comfort. And I've got just a few more facts here. Clinical testing showed that we are preferred 3-to-1 versus competitor SS with Varilux Comfort. That more than 2,000 wearers were tested during the development of our lens alone with Varilux Physio. That in a double-blind clinical study, the wearers confirmed that they prefer the distance vision of our lenses to that of competitors VG. And the last one, I think, is we're preferred 4-to-1 versus competitor H with Varilux Physio. Just overall, as a company, Varilux is continually winning awards. We were the best spectacle lens brand by ECPs in 2011. And Varilux Physio was voted the best personalized progressive in 2020. Oh, pardon me, that was in OLA. And then 2020 was the best spectacle lens brand. Sorry, confused those. And then Forbes nominated Essilor as one of the top 25 innovative companies. So Varilux lenses, in wrapping up, they deliver you superior vision, whatever the distance, whatever the situation. And we tell the ECPs, and I believe our message for you to them is dispense a brand that they know and trust. We've got the clinicals, we have the R&D behind it, we have a larger R&D than any competitive spend, so that allows us to bring state-of-the-art technology and design, and we have a premium solution for every patient's need. So the ECPs, as far as a deliverable, when they use Varilux digital lenses, they're going to have patient satisfaction, increased profitability, and you as a lab, of course, benefit greatly with happy ECPs and more demand for your digital lenses. Now, I've gone through, I was told we had about 20 minutes for the presentation, so I've gone through that a little quickly, but the presentation is being provided to you. It will have clinical slides in there if you're interested in the clinicals that you can review, especially if that's information where you have some ECPs that like to look at clinical data to support the claims that we have made. And really, I'd like to leave the last, I think we have 10 minutes left, Matt, for any questions that you may have, whether it's over the designs themselves, Varilux, digital surfacing, whatever we can be of assistance with. Please feel free to open it up to questions now.
Okay, thank you so much for that information. I am going to get off the recording here now.